Hello. Hopefully this is better. We're getting back live and in living color. We're going to talk this morning about hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Gonna let the notification go back out again. Try her again. Hello, Lisa. Hopefully this is better this time. So for those of you that will be watching the replay, welcome to Heart of Inspiration. My name is Lisa, and thank you for checking this out. Please consider liking and subscribing, and for all of my frequent flyers, thank you for being back again. All right, we're going to give her a go. And sometimes I notify people. All right, here we go. All right. So shifting to the next level, which is where we're at right now. Today, happy solstice to everybody. Take two, right? Action. So happy solstice. Happy birthday, Cap. Happy full moon, Cancer. And there's a whole lot of stuff happening, right? So the energies that we are in right now is the perfect soup for major leveling up. Good morning, Triple G. Major level up. Major big steps. As spiritual beings that are on your ascension journey, get used to shifting. You will always shift. You should always be growing. So get used to it. Like, we have got to start getting to a point as well where we become accustomed to the movement and the flow of energy. Because being energetic beings, we are very sensitive to it. And as we're on our ascension journey, we're, even as we should be, more aware of it. It's just the way it is. Energy is not stagnant. It doesn't just sit. It moves, it flows, it ebbs, it everything, right? So it's not stagnant. So we should not get into a position where we are used to being stagnant, or we are used to being held back. We have to get to the position where we're used to flowing and taking these leaps and taking these big steps as they come. This is a time for big. This is a time with Jupiter and Sag home, Saturn home in Cap, and the moon. And the moon. In Cancer, the full moon in Cancer right now. All of these energies have created a soup, and it's a delicious soup. And this soup, this energetic soup, if you bathe in it, it's this energetic bath of, oh my gosh, being able to tap into what your life purpose is. If you don't know, at least get a glimpse of it. And this energy says, I'm going to now, not only am I going to show you or reiterate to you, re-enlighten to you what your life purpose is, but guess what? Let's go. If you are ready and willing, if you are willing to grab a hold, right? Grab a hold to this and say, I'm down for the ride. I'm going to do whatever is necessary to get to that destination. I'm going to shift into high gear. Because the shift that's happening and has been revving up is literally a shift to, it's a shift out of old, everything that we've known, right? Or everything that we've believed to be the height of where it could be. In other words, we've been at a place that we've thought, wow, this has been great. And it has been. We've been growing, we've been moving, we've been gaining gifts, we've been manifesting, we've been like releasing toxic energies. We've been doing all of these things. And it's been great. And we've had the idea of, well, this could be my life purpose. It's all kind of coming together. But this energy says, oh, but there's so much more. This energy says you've been thinking too small. This energy insists that we get the big idea and we move out of our comfort zone and into the next phase. Because the next phase is all about placement so that we can help gather more. That's what the next phase is. The next phase is those of us that understand our life purpose, shining our light, doing what we're to do to help heal, teach, raise the vibration of the planet. Usher in this move. That's our purpose. We may all do that in very different ways. Some are in supporting roles of, foundational roles of, others that are out there on the forefront. So it's know your role, get in your lane, get in your place, and oh, by the way, you've been thinking too small. Oh, by the way, I have this fabulous idea for you. Let's do this. Oh, you thought you were going to do your life purpose in this way? Nope. Nope. The plan is actually bigger than what you thought. So let's do that instead. That's what this energy is doing. This is a big shift. This isn't just little minor tweaks and shifts. And we've actually gone through probably 3 major shifts. Excuse me. 3 major shifts in the last 2 months that I can put my finger on. We went through the 1111 portal shift. Good morning, Raina. We went through 1212. And now we're here at 1221. Solstice. This is the 3rd shift in 2 months that we are going through. And this is the one. This is probably the biggest. This is like the ultimate culmination of here's a big idea. Here's your life purpose. Here's a new path. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to stir a few things up with Mars and Pisces so that to make it a little bit more urgent, a little bit more aggressive, but not in a bad way, to really get you moving, to give you that energy to move, to go, following the intuition and the wisdom you have been given. That's where this is all, it's just all kind of, we got a little Mercury retrograde happening, but that's going to come out. So what has been a stall in communication or a lot of miscommunication, or honestly, the communication you may have gotten verbal or nonverbal from people that maybe need to be out of your life, or you have thought about and realizing the people you need in your life. And so you're renewing communication with them. That's kind of, we're wrapping all of that up, and we're wrapping the internal discussion with ourselves that this Mercury retrograde really signified. It was more about, how am I going to communicate with self? How am I going to look at how I speak over myself, how I think, how I communicate vertically with Creator? How am I going to look at all? That's what all of this was all about. Sarah, I will say, yes, I have gotten a little bit aggravated, a little quicker. I don't think I've been anxious, but I have heard a lot of people have talked about being anxious. And to that I say this, that's because our natural bodies and our mind, our third dimensional mind, is like, wait a minute, we don't move like this. It still wants to be in control. It's literally trying to protect us because it's like, hey, guess what? Spirit is telling us, spirit, as far as triune being, our spirit, is telling us, I'm hearing something and I don't understand what's being said. This does not compute. So I need to pump these brakes because you're about to go off a cliff. Yet your spirit man is saying, you're darn right we're going off a cliff, heading straight on off. And guess what? We're going to fly. So that's why. Also, you may be getting more irritated with people that you sense that maybe they're part of your soul family, or you sense that they're supposed to, wake up, and they're not waking up. Or, you've said something to somebody over and over and over again, and you're like, are you serious right now? This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. Like, better. Raina, girl, you always think everything is always about you. It's been that, yes, Sarah, I've been that way as well for about the past 4 days. Like on point. On point. Like, it's just been like, don't bring it here. Miss me. Swerve. Miss me with it. I just haven't had the time for it. And even when I've been talking to you all on it's just been like, ugh, why am I going over this? So it's just irritating. That's what it's just irritating. So I've had to really take a huge step back and be like, why am I feeling like this? Why? Because usually I have the patience of Job. And I've been feeling like that because it's my own shift, and it's my own mind, and it's my own body saying, we don't roll like this. Lady, you move, but man, you talking about moving fast. You talking about something big. And I don't think I'm ready. But you got to be ready. We don't have a choice. And I will say, if you relax your body, right? Meditation. You relax your body and quiet your mind. Not just them, anybody. Miss me with the foolishness. Miss me. Because we don't have time. We don't have time. Baby, I knew that. I thought you knew that already. I would have told you a long time ago, babe. We could work on that. So, we could work on that right now. Let me tell you. The things, hello, darling. The things that we are about to do, and if you've been getting like these strange dreams, downloads, you know what I mean? Like, if you've been getting that, if you've been like, wow, I got to do this. It's a big thing. It's way bigger than I ever anticipated. That it's to be expected. This is a critical moment as well. I feel like I'm bouncing all around, so I'm going to have to like bring it back in. This is a critical time for us to have our thought life in order, because our control of our thoughts, because our brains are going to tell us this is too much. You can't be doing this. It's going to have a lot to say. You're going to have to Get that in order. Control the thoughts. Employ the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going on. You get the unction to do something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better have made your choice before you get to 1. And get moving and decide within yourself that you're doing it. Now you might say, but Miss Lisa, how do I know for sure that it's spirit talking to me? You'll know the voice. You know it. And guess what? Let's just say you hear from spirit like I did yesterday. Take off work. Leave here now. Leave work now. My grandmother had been taken to the hospital just as I was getting in my car. I found that out. Leave here now and take tomorrow off. I had no intention of taking today off. I heard it. I said, well, let me check my PTO. I had enough outie. Found out grandma's in the hospital and some other things are going on. I needed to be home today. Or at least around, or at least not at work. Right? I have a feeling I'm going to be on and off of here quite a bit during today. Because there's stuff that has to be stated. Thank you. She'll be fine. Yes, I do. And I was going to call you yesterday before I got the call for grandma. But I will be, that's another thing. I've got phone calls I got to catch up. Peace be unto you, young king. At any rate, here we go. I'm going to bring this back around, guys, because we'll talk about the other things later. Call me. You have to have your thought life in order. And you have to have control of your mind and control of your thoughts, because you are going to get information, instruction. And now is not the time to doubt. So guess what? If you feel like you got some instruction, good morning, Steph. You feel like you got some instruction and you take a step and it doesn't quite feel right, it doesn't quite work out, you didn't lose anything, because God's going to make sure you don't. So don't worry about not hearing, because it's the doubt and the fear that keeps you from truly hearing what he has to say. Instead, you get that unction, that knowing. Remember, it's not like an audible voice. There's been very few times I've ever heard the audible voice of God. And let me tell you something. I wasn't doing near about what I was supposed to be doing. That was not a nice thing. Lisa was acting a fool. Okay? Acting up. So, like audible, like literally audible. It's going to be a small, still voice. It's going to be just a knowing. That is why it is critical for you to spend time in meditation and prayer, because then you come to hear and know the great I am's voice. You know what it sounds like. And you are giving permission to your spirit to lead you, instead of always sitting in the back going, I done told you, don't do this. Or I've been telling you, do this. You see what I'm saying? This level up. Thank you. This level up, guys, is as much about taking the next step in your life purpose as it is about understanding and truly being spirit-led. This level up is my sheep hear my voice, and not in a bad way. This level up is spirit cries out to spirit. Spirit communicates to spirit, and we finally put spirit first and everything else follows. Good morning again, Miss Townsend. That's a huge part of this, because we can't follow the instruction and we can't comprehend the wisdom that we're being given if we are not living in the spirit. It's a foreign language. It is a different culture. It is not a third dimensional culture. It is a culture where future is present. Hello, Deanna. Living in the spirit means living in the living in infinity, where there is no future. There is no future. There is only is. So that thing, that vision, that dream that you have been given, that for your physical body says this is in the future, that in fact is already in the present, in the spirit realm. It exists now. It exists right now. It is understanding that our now is in fact our past. Once I speak the word, it's already gone. The moment's already passed by the time it reaches your ears. Everything you need, want, desire, everything for your purpose and to fulfill your purpose already exists. It's not even go get it, it's be it. Sarah says, if you're in a stagnant, resistant state, would you potentially have physical? Yes, you will have physical symptoms. Not even potentially. I guarantee you will have physical symptoms. Guaranteed you'll have physical symptoms. There are probably a lot of people that are watching, that are going to watch this, hopefully, that probably feel like the flu. You've probably been having headaches. You're probably, you're just not feeling right? You're just in pain. You could literally be in physical pain. I have seen people not walking in the spirit in the way that they're meant to, or not going to their next shift in the timing they're supposed to, and they physically got sick. Some to the point where they literally had heart issues. So most definitely. But again, I'm going to go back. That's what, see, this is a thing. We come on here, or we watch all these different videos, and, it's really kind of colloquial. It's really kind of passe. It's in style to say, you're going through a shift, darling. You're going through a shift. And oh, it's hard. I know, it's intense. Oh, these energies. I'm about tired of all these energies. They're just too much. Really. Because you're supposed to be spirit-led. You're supposed to be being spirit-led. It's not too much. We have been being prepared for this. If you think this is too much, wait till you see what's going to happen in 2019. You think this is intense? Wait till you see what's happening in 2020. You think this is intense? 2021, 2022. By the time 2023 comes around, 2023 adds up to 7. You numerology folks figure out what that means. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is preparing us for what's to come. If you thought the shifts were tough before, honey, as Lovely T would say, that you gonna be a hot mess. This major shift right now is getting you prepared for the rest of the major shifts. Keep shifting, keep growing, keep ascending, because if you're not, that's when you have a problem. So if you're not constantly shedding something, some level of something, if you are not constantly reaching new heights, if you are not constantly reshaping, if there isn't a reshape and a revamp and a molding of your purpose and the vision, if that vision isn't constantly becoming clearer and then even going down a path you would have never guessed would have gone down, then you got a problem. You have a problem. You are kidding yourself that you are on this grand ascension journey. And I'm not saying that to hurt anybody's feelings, and I don't want anybody to take it wrong. I'm saying it because it needs to be said. What cannot be spoken cannot be healed. Get healed. Get rid of the blocks. Get rid of the generational curses. Get rid of all the unforgiveness. Get rid of all of the pain, the trauma. Get healed so you can move. Get healed. I'm not saying it to you for you to feel bad, and I'm not saying it for anybody in here to say anything behind it other than, Miss Lisa, I want to do some work with you, or find somebody to do some work with. If you don't want to do it with me, I don't care. Well, I do care, but my point is, get it done. If you don't want to do it with me, get it done. Get it done. You know, there's a saying in this in the real streets, not the YouTube streets, the real streets. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's what I'm saying. Be about it. Be about it. So, Lady Rose, when you had the out-of-body experience, you had no more pain because your spirit does not know pain. Your spirit does not know physical pain. When you want to feed your spirit, but everyone is annoying you because they're interrupted. Girl, bad. Not today. Sarah, go to my website and we can book session. I'm going to start calling. I'm going to add coaching into that. Reiki energy and chakra healing sessions. There's those are two, and then I'm going to add coaching into that for 2019. Yes, Heather, it's happening. So you'll be able to book coaching sessions with me to help you along this journey. Because I'm telling you guys, believe me if you wanna, you don't have to. What is coming in the future is us walking in a transfigured state. We have to become accustomed to living under spiritual rules, spirit world rules, rather than third dimensional rules. That we come to the understanding that the higher dimensions rule the lower dimensions. Just like your higher chakras should rule your lower chakras. Ooh, this is good. This is good. I want you to catch this. I know this is, as someone, a dear, dear friend of mine on here told me, this is about to be some college level. So we're going to break it back down. But think of the higher dimensions and stay grounded. Thank you. Think of the higher dimensions, heart, like your chakra system. Heart, throat, pineal gland, crown, and then Ka is ultimate consciousness, yes? It's being with spirit. Heart, throat, pineal gland, crown, and Ka. You have 5 more dimensions up here. You have 3 dimensions down here. Power, or solar plexus, sacral, and root. Even our chakra system, guys, even our chakra system is aligned with and created like the dimensional system that exists. I got to think about that one now for a minute. Good morning, Shantae. I let that one sit for a second. So as I'm saying to you, come up here. Come up here. This upper chakra system is where we're supposed to be living from. This, not this. Definitely not below your waist. And your solar plexus has a lot of fear, right? It's the fight or flight. Everything here down, it needs to be healed and fed, and you need to stay grounded. Yes, thank you, Steph, for reminding. It needs to be whole. Yes? So the bottom half needs to be as developed as the top half, otherwise you topple over. And if the bottom half is more developed than the top, which is not even half, the greater amount, right? 5/8. That's good. 5/8, then you'll stay stuck. So that's why we have to bring it all into balance. That's what energy work does. It brings it all into balance. Reiki work, energy work brings it all into balance. So that we're a balanced person, so energy flows as it should. But I will say it again. I've said it 1,000,001 times. I'll keep saying it. We are a spirit having a human experience. We are not a human having a spiritual experience. That is very different. Very different concepts. Very different perspectives. Are you going to decide to finally be a spirit having a human experience, or are you going to remain a human attempting to have a spiritual experience? This ascension energy is saying, stop trying to be a human having a spiritual experience and instead go the other way so that we can get to where we got to go. So you can learn the language and learn the culture of from whence you came. Heather says we are the universe. We are a reflection of the universe. Our chakras align with the dimensions of the universe. That just came. That just literally came. Thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Y'all, I do have an Insta. That's my Instagram, you guys. I'll post it up. We're going to start doing some IGTV. How do we know which dimensions we're in? I've never questioned it. I don't actually have the answer for that. I'm sorry. I don't. That's funny because I've never even I have never been overly concerned with which dimension I'm in at the time. I'm just there. All I know is I'm here, and if I have an astral projection time or an out of body experience, I'm just there where my consciousness is there, like fully and not concentrated on what's happening here. So I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so glad, Lisa. I'm so glad. And Lisa and I had a thank you, baby. Lisa and I had a wonderful session. So if you're experiencing blocks, guys, go to my website, book some time with me. I actually have, other than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, other than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I have some time over this weekend, and then we'll be scheduling more time now that the class is winding down. How do you protect yourself during astral projection? You don't need to protect yourself. If you're doing astral projection from a whole and healed space, you're not going to go somewhere that you need protection. Remember, you have authority in any dimension that you've been given. Those of us that have chosen to come into this human existence, we have been given great levels of authority. And most of us are masters of some sort. Anyway, so you can actually set your intention. If you're serving God, if you're serving light, you're not going to be going anywhere you need protection, and nothing is going to harm you. If you're serving shadows, I don't know. I can't tell you. I have seen shadow entities during an astral projection or during an out-of-body experience, but at no point was I ever afraid of them. At no point. Because I'm not serving in that realm. You do not have authority over me in any way, shape, or form. Oh, well, you know what? Again, that's probably because they don't understand their authority. And that's probably because the only thing that can attach to you, per se, is what you allow to attach to you. So again, understanding your authority. If you're filling your cup up with light and love, you don't have to worry about it. There's no space for it. And we just got done talking about that in our spiritual enlightenment class, about how possession happens, and how it can be worse later on. But as far as astral projection is concerned, never, ever, ever. In fact, sometimes I honestly am like, do I have to go back? I don't want to go back. because it's a beautiful, there's different forms of astral projection. There's like where you can see what's going on in someone else's. I call that seeing, though I don't really call it astral projection. But having that out of body experience where you're not here physically, you are somewhere else. It's a beautiful thing. It is just peace, and it is just love, and it is nourishment, and it is where we came from, so it is home. No matter where we are, no matter what dimension we're in, no matter, once we get out of this, it is home. All of this, guys, that we're talking about right now, and Dre, if you're still on, I'm going to download this video, and I want us to chop this one up a little bit. All of this that we're talking about right now is part of the reason why why we have to take this big step. It's part of the reason why it's time for us to take this gigantic step up. Because it's time, again, our home is not here. Our home is not here. Our home is back with spirit from whence we came. This is rented. That I don't have because it seems like different places, but the beings seem to be more curious as to why I'm here. Huh. Deanna, let's talk about that. We are here to be of service. We are here definitely to be of service. It is only temporal. So this next level, guys, and I'll probably put some more out later on. We're going to be on again, off again. That does sound very interesting, Deanna. I've never had anyone be curious as to why I'm there. Interesting. We need to talk about that. So coming into this new year, guys, and coming into this energy, be good to yourself. Take time, right? Take time to today is the day you have to take time to talk to Creator. Today is the day you spend some time hearing and listening what He has to say. Get used to the language. Get used to the cadence. Get used to the feeling. Get used to the experience. Get used to the hearing. He wants to communicate with you, and He wants relationship with you in totality. Look at like today as a spiritual Valentine's Day. And there's a lot of gifts he wants to give us. Remember, I said earlier, I said in another video that I did 3 things that we need to know about this solstice. That this is the commemoration of the time in which humanity discovered that Christ consciousness was here on earth, that unconditional love and sacrifice was here on earth. It was already here, but this is the commemoration of the time in which it was discovered. Let that be what's discovered. Let that be what's discovered. You discover the love consciousness, the light consciousness that resides within you. You discover that. Take this time to do that. Huh. Thank you, Heather. Happy winter solstice, Quartz Quantum. Okay, I'm going to actually be jumping off here. Quartz, I'm going to let you watch the replay. I will be on and off. I've got some grandma's Christmas stuff to do today. And Rainy, you're not left out. We're all at different spots. Okay, I will be on again, off again all day today. I love you guys. Please spend some time with Creator today. Please do. It did, Quartz. It really did. Very good, Lady Rose. It is opening. It is. That's why I'm like, whoa, this is beautiful. So I'm going to make this announcement here, guys. So I want you guys to start putting it in your mind. Again, March 8th through the 10th, here in Madison, Wisconsin, be the first spiritual conference. I'll see you soon, Deanna. March 8th through the 10th. I have a feeling this is going to be a humdinger. This is going to be a thing, chicken wing. Like this is going to be, you are going to want to be in this place. You are not going to want to miss it. It's the first one. We're going to be doing Reiki 1 attunements during the weekend and a lot of very good training for you, with you. You just got to get here. We're going to have the hotel and your food and your Reiki attunement included in the registration price. That's going to be somewhere between $600 or $650. That's where it's going to land. I plan on signing the contracts today. Manifest it. You guys, if you want to be here, manifest it. I'm giving you like 3 months to manifest it. That's a long time. Well, 2 months. It's a long time. So the only thing you got to do is get here. Plane fare or driving, whatever it is. You'll have dinner Friday night. We'll have opening on Friday, so everybody get in here Friday afternoon. We get settled. Yoga in the mornings with Heather. Breakfast Saturday morning. We'll have some training sessions again on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon Reiki. Oh, okay. Saturday evening will be another session. Training. Sunday morning yoga. Sunday morning finish up your Reiki attunement, and then we'll close it on out. So it's going to be a lot of information. If you fixed our hearts because you said you love us. Oh. Mm. God did. God fixed. God fixed. Yes, God did. She's gifted. She's gifted. Like my little ten of pickles, she's gifted. Go on and get it. But March 8th through 10th, all right? Get it together, y'all. You know, you get your taxes back, what have you. Start putting it to the side. Okay? All right, I'm going to let you guys go because I got some grandma stuff to do. Oh, thank you very much, Heather, for reminding. Okay, guys, I got to roll. Grandma Claus has stuff to do. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, for all eternity. Happy winter, happy solstice, happy full moon, happy birthday, Capricorn, happy ascension, guys. Happy ascension. Welcome home. Let's learn the language. Let's learn the language. Let's learn how to operate. We don't have to be confined with this. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. Namaste. Until later. Peace.